development for machine learning and artificial intelligence, and the result of their hard work, which is the research article that has been published in international journals to highlight their contribution to the field of academics and machine learning. So, before we get started, right, what do we offer as an organization? We offer you challenging real time projects to push you to your limits. We offer you learning for all the phases of the project methodology. We offer you the opportunity to use different tools like Python, Power BI, etc. We give you the opportunity to work on research papers which have been published in international journals and various free tools to enhance your learning, like the mind map, the ML architecture assistant, the resume mapper, and animated learning, among various other things. Right? So let's do a quick comparison. We have Mr. and Mrs. A and Mr. and Mrs. 360. So let's talk about Mr. and Mrs. A first. They have been trained at XYZ Institute. They have worked on dummy projects from websites like Kaggle and GitHub. Whereas Mr. and Mrs. 360, they have trained at 360DigiTMG. They have worked on real-time projects. They have attended daily stand-up calls. They have created end-to-end data pipeline. They have done deployment for on-premise and on-cloud platforms. They have attended client meetings, and they have had their research papers published in international journals. So the question here is quite simple. Which one of these resumes will get shortlisted? So before any further delays, I would like to introduce Sheikh Shahid Afrid, who has had his research paper published in an international journal. Welcome, Sheikh.
Good evening.
Good evening, Sheikh. Welcome to the show. So, everybody is curious to know about the business problem that you were dealing with. So, do you mind walking us through the business understanding stage of the project?
Yes, sir. Actually, when it comes to the client for which we have worked for this project is a startup client for the healthcare sector, sir. When it comes to the business problem, the number of unique visitors to the website for the client is not in expectations with the business expectations, sir. To achieve this, we have set one objective like maximize the unique visitors, sir. We have to increase the unique visitors for this website. And when it comes to the constraint, we also have to minimize the marketing cost, sir, by balancing aspect of maximizing the unique visitors and also minimizing the marketing cost. When it comes to business success criteria, the client is expecting us to increase in unique visitors for the website at least 10% month over month. When it comes to machine learning success criteria, as we are working on this project using latest technology like large language model. There is no such machine learning success criteria, sir. And also we have go through some API keys and execution in here. When it comes to economic success criteria, the client is expecting us to increase the revenue stream from part-time jobs by 30%.
Thank you so much for the great explanation. So, what kind of data did you use in particular for this project?
When it comes to this project, the data we used is from GitHub, sir, where we got this data as a JSON file and then we converted it into Excel. When it comes to what is the data in that data set is, there are two columns, sir, which is one is prompt and another is responses, which is used to train the large language model to specifically to get the responses related to healthcare, sir. The project is mainly aimed to get only healthcare related information for the users for that website.
Okay. So, do you mind just walking us through the architecture diagram that we see on the screen? Just a brief explanation.
Yes. Firstly, when it comes to architecture diagram, we have to collect the data, sir, which is data collection. Then we have to tokenize that data so that we can store it in a vector forms in the vector database. After whenever while training the form, the model that we have choose is form to model, sir, which is from Google, and then we build the model using some hyperparameter, and we fine tune the model using some prompts and responses from the dataset that we got from GitHub. And also to make it domain specific, we have introduced some healthcare keywords, sir, and deployed it using a Flask application, sir. Why we have used this vector database is to enhance the context of response, sir. When the user asks the query prompt, it will connect to the vector database and it will generate some enhanced context, and then it will give to the model, sir, form to model. Then we can expect the results very good, sir. In this way, the flow of the project architecture will work.
Okay, okay. All right. Thank you very much for that. So this is your certificate for the work that you have done on the project and the subsequent research paper. Do you mind sharing your experience while you were working on the research paper, and how did that experience enhance your learning?
Yes, sir. I want to thank first of all Srikanth sir, and also my co-author, one of co-author Kavya. When it comes to how this research paper will help to our career is, it will increase our confidence, sir, firstly, and also when it comes to in the point of interview, the interviewer will look for even good skill person, sir. When it comes to research, he will select a person with good research knowledge, and it will also the company to enhance their productivity, sir. I think it will help the company, and also for the who gone through this research, it will be very beneficial for them, sir, in point of in perspective of interview.
Hmm. Okay. So thank you so much for taking the time out to join us and just giving us a explanation on your experience and the work that you have done. And we are definitely all very proud of you for the efforts that you have put in here at 360 Digit MG. And we definitely know that you will be able to get a good job in the future owing to the hard work that you have done. So thank you so much for joining.
Thank
And
you.
thank you so much for everyone else who has joined us. Please feel free to connect to us on YouTube, LinkedIn, and Instagram to get latest updates on all the innovations that we are bringing into the market. So, thank you so much for everyone.